Hey guys, welcome to Nikki GTV, where we talk about your favorite video games, movies, and anime. And today we're going to be discussing Lord of the Rings Online. Should we play it in 2021? Let's jump into it. Cool, so here we are, we're playing just a new character. I started leveling up here for the video. Honestly, there's so much content out for this game. This game's been out over a decade. But as you can see, they just revamped all the graphics and they still put out content so much. They just did a new expansion into the Moria, so they're finally hitting Moria. If you guys know the Lord of the Rings story, you know how important it is to the story. And there's still so many players. Look, we got people talking right now, and that's one person, but it's just in my zone specifically. I'm in a low level zone too. So we'll play for a little bit. We'll discuss the game. Honestly, they're constantly updating the graphics. Which is important to new players, especially if you don't have any nostalgia for this game. Having new players come to an older game by updating the graphics is a huge benefit to it. As well as just people running raids, just people running dungeons, just people running end game content, just people running mid and early game content. There's people constantly making new characters, and they just put out legendary servers. So if you've only played the game in vanilla servers, it's like releasing vanilla servers, and the gameplay is like any button pressing MMO like WoW or Final Fantasy. Now, obviously, this game doesn't compare to them when it comes to player base, but not many games can. Most MMOs these days will not be able to compete with those games when it comes to player base. And they do have a subscription model where you can pay monthly, but there's also a model where you don't have to pay any money at all. Obviously, a little bit harder, but you don't have to invest money into this game, which is great. They give you so many daily stuff. They give you the loot system is great. I love this loot system. It's a pending loot system. So if you don't want to have all this junk in your actual inventory, you can, and it gives you 45 minutes an hour. It gives you an hour to go and grab the loot that you don't want. This is the healing potion. I'm gonna grab that. This is a crafting scroll. You don't need it if you don't want it. I mean, I'm not a scholar. I don't need it. So this game is incredible. I love the story. If you guys love Lord of the Rings, I highly recommend hopping into this game, spending some time with it, and the player base, not huge, but big, very big player base still, super friendly. They are down to do whatever you need in order to make your way into the game if you never played before. You could join a kin, which is what they call your guild or your clan or whatever. You can there's a bunch of ways to get in-game currency, and it's by doing these tasks right here. Tasks are like kind of like daily quests. They cap it how many you can get, but each time you do a task, you get in-game currency, which is going to allow you to unlock character slots. It's going to allow you to unlock certain leveling zones, which aren't imperative to the main story. They're going to allow you to unlock certain new classes, all this stuff, and you could do that all entirely for free, which is great if you're a grinder. If you're not a grinder, spend a couple bucks. It's nothing crazy to go get yourself the new classes, to go get yourself the new races, certain leveling zones, again, which are not imperative to the main quest, or side areas if you want to do different parts. Because Lord of the Rings is so big, obviously that's why you're here. You know how big Lord of the Rings is. There's a way that you could go through the main story, like parts of the main story, and there's so many different branches and trees that in order to do certain of them, you need to unlock the area. That's fine. You don't have to if you don't want to, and you could still get to end game. You could still hit max level, and that's that. And that's awesome. Look, these graphics are sick too. This game is awesome. I've been playing on and off for a decade, and I just hopped back on this week after not playing for like 5 years, and wow, I'm having so much fun already. I cannot wait to hit endgame. I cannot wait to just see what the endgame is like. Just still people raiding and doing dungeons. So, man, yes. Should you play Lord of the Rings Online in 2021? 1000%. Do it. Do it. You owe it to yourself. Just play this game. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the love. Thanks for chilling today. If you have any questions, please subscribe, comment on the video, like the video, share it with your friends so you get a bunch of people playing Lord of the Rings with you in 2021. See you out here in Middle Earth, guys. Love you.